New twist today as Democrats search for novel approaches to battle President Trump and his agenda, including California Governor Gavin Newsom, with a new podcast inviting political figures on the opposite end of the spectrum to chat. One of his first guests, right-wing influencer and Turning Point USA founder, Charlie Kirk.
Last night, trying to put my son to bed, he's like, "No, Dad, what time? What time's Charlie going to be here? What time?" And I'm like, "Dude, you're in school tomorrow." It's the reason you're here, because I think people need to understand your success, your influence, what you've been up to. I love watching your TikTok, which is next level. And clearly that's expressed by my 13-year-old son.
I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, I actually...
He's coming to a Turning Point event this summer, Tampa, Florida, Student Action Summit.
I actually am, by the way, if
you should be concerned.
But so let me say, here is why I'm concerned, because you have expressed that I should be concerned as a Democrat, that we're getting clobbered.
Okay. Yes.
That you've figured something out.
It's not me. The president first deserves the credit.
So during the interview, Newsom also saying it was, quote, deeply unfair for transgender women to compete in women's sports. Joining me now, we have former mayor of New York City and 2020 presidential candidate Bill de Blasio. Nice to see you. So I'm curious how you would define Newsom's strategy, and is it what Democrats need right now?
You know, the first thing I want to say is I think when it comes to the issues about the trans community, I think as a parent, I wish all Americans would think as parents, if anyone has a child who feels their identification is not who they really are and they're struggling with that, which often means they're dealing with real challenges, mental health challenges and other things because they aren't feeling right about themselves. I mean, we should just start with respect and empathy for each person's choice of identity or need to have the identity they are. That being said, you know, I'm not afraid of the conversation that Gavin Newsom is raising, because I get why for a lot of people, you know, youth athletics, my kids were in youth team sports. It's a big part of American life. And I get why people might feel there's something unfair there. And I think as Democrats and as progressives, we should just talk about it openly, not be afraid of the conversation. So Newsom is clearly positioning himself, and he's doing it in a way that's a little transparent, I'd say. But I don't think it's wrong-headed of him to say, hey, a lot of people are struggling with this issue, and he wants to reach out a hand to them.
How about, are you satisfied with how Democrats are responding to the Trump administration's moves to upend the federal government as we know it?
Look, I think Democrats need to fight back, and it's not happening right now. It's strange to me. You know, it's not just a contrast from 2017 and the immediate amazing response to Trump's election that we saw then versus now. I think it's deeper than that. I think Democrats don't understand how to interpret this election, which was extremely close, by the way, could have been won. Let's be clear, Alex. I think this is the first thing to say. The 2024 election could have been won by the Democrats, presidential level. Clearly, the House could have been won. So this was not some huge national repudiation. I think we need to go back to the kitchen table, progressive economic issues that were always the core of this party, and bluntly get away from the elitism, get away from the coastal elitism that screwed us up in the blue wall states, and realize that people who turned against the Democratic Party, who had voted for it in the past, were seeing something authentic. They felt Democrats weren't speaking to them anymore, and that's something we can fix.
We have Democratic mayors from New York, Boston, Chicago, and I think it was just New York City, Denver. Denver was the other one, sorry.
Yeah.
And they were hammered by Republicans on Capitol Hill this week over their so-called sanctuary city policies, which the mayors defended. Take a listen to this.
All of the mayors here today are actively working to harm the American people you represent. You all have blood on your hands.
I'm the mayor of Boston. I don't get to decide who comes into our country and where they go after that. Our job is to keep people fed and healthy and safe when they arrive in our city. And we do that in order to make sure that everyone across our community is safe. Resources are strained, but I would ask you to please do your job and be part of passing bipartisan legislation that would allow us to do what
we passed HR 2, but what's been made very clear is that we don't need to pass laws. All we need is a new president.
Are sanctuary city policies really the problem here?
Well, I just have to first say, every right-winger who talks about blood on their hands should look at their own hands. You know, how many children have died overseas because USAID was cut? I mean, come on. This is a really sad device when that becomes the way that people try to point their finger. But that said, the whole sanctuary city reality, I think I would say this is a place where Democrats and progressives, myself included, missed an opportunity years ago to define this better. You know, in New York City, this is really important, Alex. In New York City, the basic concept around how to approach undocumented folks goes back actually to the Ed Koch administration and continued through, you guessed it, the administration of Rudy Giuliani, that the NYPD and all city agencies do not ask documentation status. Why? Because we have almost 500,000 undocumented people in New York City. They're part of our lives, our communities, lifeblood of our economy. And so if you start asking documentation status, people are going to hide. People are not going to talk to the police. They're not going to come forward to say they're witnesses to crime or report crimes. So regardless of ideology, New York City leaders and the NYPD leadership decided decades ago that that was not going to be something New York City did. Somehow that got turned into some parody, and I think the word sanctuary city actually misrepresents a lot of the reality. And instead of it being recognized as actually part of a public safety strategy, which is what it is, it got turned into this kind of image of a liberal wonderland and bleeding heart and one another. I think it's another case where Democrats should, you know, own what we're trying to do, which is to keep people safe, but also be comfortable saying our own team did kind of screw up the border situation during the Biden administration. And I don't blame, take a typical American swing voter who saw disorder at the border and they saw a president that they thought might be losing his capacity. I don't blame people for being frustrated with that. And we didn't answer it. So why are we surprised that people took that out on us in an election?
Yeah.
That said, I don't think the American people want mass deportations. I think we're seeing a lot of public opinion research that shows they don't want schools and churches invaded by ICE agents. You know, I think most Americans are very compassionate to the Dreamers, for example, and they don't want to see the economy collapse, which is what would happen if, in fact, Trump ever really proceeded with mass deportation.
Mayor Bill de Blasio, it's always good to speak with you. Come see me again. Safe travels. I think you're on the other coast. So thank you again for joining us long distance.
Thank you.